Reilly. Today is October 1st. I'm happy to do a video lesson as usual. Today what I want to do is to do a little bit of piano first and then do some specific exercises that I think are going to help the songs that you're working on right now that are specific, that can be applied to those songs in particular, and that are really going to help you sort of get free, so to speak, on those songs. For piano, though, first, what I want to show you is, I've shown you before, but starting from the bottom of your hands, in other words, the leftmost part of your hand, you can do that on C, let's say. But you see how I messed up there? So I want to practice until I do it like exactly the same in both hands. Right. And the idea is to be able to do it fast and exactly the same too. So and then eventually what I'm going to show you is this really cool thing Reilly called the hand-in exercise, which sort of takes that to the next level. I'm just going to show you right hand. Skip. Then I started on D. Skip. E. Skip. Interesting, huh? But I'm going to show you that in person. But that what you're doing now is going to help you for hand-in exercises. Hand-in exercises, there are a bunch. When I say a bunch, usually I teach up to 20, but there are technically 60 hand-in exercises in the world. So very interesting. We're probably, again, not going to use all 60, but what's cool is that each hand-in exercise has its own special properties or its own special thing or things to teach. So in other words, some of the exercises are specifically to help you do trills, like, or to help with the stretch between 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, or 1 and 5, whatever, you know. So each one is special. They're not just random exercises that are just sort of, well, just do them just because it warms up your hands. No, each one has a specific purpose, and it's geared to get our hands stronger, and it's a technique builder for sure. As long as we do exercises and we stretch, it'll be great. The only real challenge that people run into is when they do hand-in a lot and they get very sort of stuck, and sometimes I've heard complaints that people get frustrated, their wrists kind of hurt when they play hand. But I think that if we do good, simple exercises like this, and then the opposite way, we'll be all right. I think that's the solution to that. Now, what I would love to do is to look at Jingle Bells with you. I think that I gave you Jingle Bells. If not, I am happy to do so. As soon as I see you again, I will give the sheet music to you. You did great. As I recall, you went through Jingle Bells great, but I just wanted to play it for you one time with the right and left hand together. I'm signing in right now. So Jingle Bells obviously can be played in a sort of, for lack of a better word, like kind of a babyish way, but we can really, there are a lot of different versions and a lot of different levels of Jingle Bells. So what I've given you, I think is just perfect for where you are. But if you get really, really confident with it, Reilly, I will be happy to give you, something kind of groovy. I'm going to play what I believe you have in your possession, a hard copy. This is Jingle Bells. I'm going to show you right here. Let me make sure you can see my hands just fine. Perfect. Now, so what you see is My hands are in C position, right, Reilly? So that means the A and the B have no one on them, right? So this is how it's going to look in total if I'm playing both hands together at the same time. So suddenly at the very end, the left hand does something different. It goes 1, 2, 1, 3. It never did that before. So that's really the only thing to look out for. I'll be honest. That's probably the trickiest part of that song. And I remember you did really well on the part that a lot of people mess up on, and that's 5, 5, 4, 2, 1. It's just tough, and you did a really good job. So just so you can see, have a recording of how that's supposed to sound. So what I want your goal to be is to work up to, you're doing so great, but to work up to the point where your goal is going to be to play that at that tempo, that speed, so to speak, and nice and strong and nice and clearly your tone being very, very clear. All right, now what I'd like to do is maybe look at another Christmas song. I will definitely print out for you, but there's some really cool Christmas music that you are absolutely ready to play. Joy to the World comes to mind for you. You're just such a joyful person, so this is a perfect song for you. I will have a copy of this, but this is Joy to the World. I just want you to have this recording here. Great. I'm going to shoot a little more down. Perfect. All right. Notice I'm starting in C position on the right, and really it's thumb share C, Reilly. So both of my thumbs are on C. That's a little annoying, I know, because you're an older kid and it's like quite crowded, but no big deal. They don't have to live together, like smushed together. The other thing to remember on this song, Joy to the World, is F's are sharp, okay? See? Nice, huh? But you can see how easy it is. I wanted you to see how simple it is, so when you get the sheet music, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that play before. I know how it's supposed to sound. Thumb share C, it's great. So I don't expect you to practice that at all, but I want you to have the recording so that when I give you that sheet music, you can go back to this video and go, oh yeah, Heather played that for me already. Cool. And you can play along with me. It's probably a little fast, but you can play along with me. You can listen to it again, and it'll help you sort of read. The other thing that I encourage you to do, especially because you're a singer, is to sing along with yourself, right? So even my pianists who don't sing in front of people, you don't have to sing in front of me. I always tell them. But at home, when you're by yourself and you're practicing, at least hum, at least ooh. But the best thing to do is to sing the song if you know it. Sing the words. It's going to help you to read. It's going to help your phrasing, which means sort of the lows and the highs of a musical sentence, right? That's really the best, one of the best things you can do for your playing. I know you were still healing. Last week it sounded better. This week, though, it's probably healed. So I'm going to give you something a little tough because I want specifically, because I know you can handle it now, because I know it's a little bit healed up. I want you to go. I'm seeing my jaw in the camera, Riley. I'm making sure it's not tight. I like holding like this. Does that look tight? Okay, yeah, right. So I want to make sure I'm not doing that. In fact, what I'd love for you to do, I'm going to do it. I want you to move your jaw at least a little bit when you do this exercise, just a little bit around. Ready? See, I don't need the jaw to be in a certain place in order for me to sing. This teaches us that the jaw is really unnecessary. It teaches the brain that, look, you don't need that. You don't need to hold it in place. You don't need it in a certain position. That's silly. The voice is here, the tongue and the jaw out of the way. I knew that was just at the top of your range. Awesome. Okay. That one I know is a little rough. It's high. It's a big jump, but you can do it. Remember, the cool thing is you can always go back, rewind, all that good stuff. Okay. Now, having done that in particular, now I want to go into more contemporary stuff. So in other words, that is a fantastic foundational, meaning traditional sort of voice exercise. But I want to give you something that's a little more, it gets us more into contemporary stuff, not more choir sounding stuff. This is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. This is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. This is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. This is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. This is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. It's a little flat on that one. This is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. This is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. This is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. Sing. See how I went sing, and I shouldn't have. Sing like you're speaking it. That's it. Excellent. Okay, so now what I want to do is, and I usually don't do this, but I would love for you to sing along with me. I know that's different. I am going to sing a little bit of, I know how I'm going to do this. I would love to sing Part of Your World, but with really speech level singing. Like, this is how I sound when I sing. I'm going to have you do that. So, but what I need is to do Part of Your World that way. All right. So it's okay if you don't hear my background music. I just want you to sing along with whatever you hear, my voice or whatever. But I'm going to do my very best to sing it in a very speech level way, in a very Broadway musical theater way, where everything is directed toward the front. I'm visualizing my voice going out and up, not out and down or trapped or here. Oh, none of that. tongue loose. And just like, if not even, I mean, all right, I'm going to do my very best, okay? Sing along with me. You're going to do your very best to be able to sing right along with me in your specific pronunciation, your voice. Maybe there is something the matter with me. I just don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad. Stay in that. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's-its and what's-its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see 'em dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down what's the word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. Now I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to continue, Reilly, but I'm going to do it wrong. If I could leave out of these waters, what would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? At your land, they understand, but they don't reprimand the daughters. Do it wrong with me. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to start. Now go back to the correct way. And ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above, out of the sea. Still speech level. Wish I could part of that world. So big difference, right? Big difference between a choir style of singing and then the speech level style of singing, right? Just keep thinking to yourself, Reilly, how would I say it? How would I sing it? How would I say this if I were saying it like a poem? And sometimes, I'll be honest, we have to do that. Look at this. You have to say it like a poem. You have to stop singing it, go back, look at the lyrics and go, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Like, you've got to go through and do that, as awkward as that is. But I think you're doing such a great job. You're doing a wonderful job. But that's a great one to really get our speech level singing going on, because it's not too high. I know some parts are a little bit high, honey. But you can do it. Do your very best. And then what we'll do is, when will my life begin on speech level singing too? That's the next one I want to do, especially since your voice feels better. But that exercise for sure. So that, but I know it's hard to remember, which is why the video is great. And the speech level singing, of course, you should do a little bit every day. This is how I sound when I talk. Even if you don't have piano, right? Even if you're not in front of it, just even if you're sitting in your room, this is how I sound when I talk. This is how I sound when I sing. Even to yourself is really valuable because you're teaching essentially your brain. You're telling your brain how to do it a lot, right? You're training yourself to be able to do it all because eventually you'll only do that. You'll only do it the right way, right? Which is why we practice so much as musicians and athletes too, because eventually you go, I don't know how to do it wrong. I mean, that's really what happens, which is cool. So that's the ultimate goal. So this week, Jingle Bells, it's very, very cool. I'm so proud of you. And I just showed you Joy to the World. I totally understand your exercises. Just once a day even. And then Part of Your World, sing along with me. And then eventually you'll get to the point where you don't have to sing along with me. You can just sing Part of Your World karaoke on YouTube. Just sing along with that. It's a really decent Sing King karaoke. The channel has a specific karaoke video for that. That's really good. That's the one I used. And very good. So sing along with that one, even though I know you've done it. But this time you're going to put a lot of speech level into it. The other thing I want you to focus on is a lot of self-massage and like this before you sing anything. And just stay that way. You're wonderful. Stay healthy. I'm proud of you. And I will see you next week.